I am 100 years old and I make love 4 times a week. Here's my secret. Imagine I was sitting on a bench by a small lake in Vermont. Next to me is a gray-haired, fit man in a straw hat. His name is George. He is 100 years old, and suddenly he says calmly, almost casually, I still make love 4 times a week, and I don't plan on stopping. Of course, I smiled. I thought he was joking. But no, his eyes are alive, his back is straight. His gaze is without a shadow of fatigue. And then I asked, how? You are 100 years old. How did you maintain your strength, desire, inner fire? And he answered, not about pills, not about miracle workouts, not about diets. The secret is simple, said George. I learned to take care of myself before I had to, and I didn't let myself become indifferent, neither to myself nor to the woman next to me. In this video, I'll tell you what exactly this 100-year-old man does to stay strong, clear-headed, flexible, and most importantly, a burning desire to be close, even at an age when most have long since given up. You'll learn what daily habits keep him in shape, what simple food he eats every morning for male strength, and why true intimacy isn't about age, it's about how alive you are inside. This story isn't about a miracle, it's about making a conscious choice not to give up. Because as George said, a man only gets old when he stops wanting to touch and be touched. Stay until the end. It'll be honest, simple, and for real. And now I will tell you about how George, a man who is 100 years old, but who still retains both strength and interest in life and a living, real masculine energy, starts his morning every day. His morning ritual is not a magic pill. It is a simple, repetitive choice to take care of himself every day, even before his body starts demanding attention due to pain or fatigue. George's morning: 1 drink, 3 movements, and no fuss. He wakes up early, at 6:30, not out of habit, but because your body wants to get up as soon as you open your eyes and breathe in the morning air. The first thing he does is drink warm water with lemon and a pinch of sea salt. Why? It gets the blood flowing, relieves night fatigue from the liver, and prepares the stomach for breakfast. And most importantly, it makes me respect my body from the very morning. Water, lemon, salt. That's it. No coffee stress, no sugar. Then, 3 simple movements. Not yoga, not exercise, but movements that George learned from his grandfather. 1. Stretching the chest, standing by the window, 2 minutes. 2. Rotating the pelvis slowly, 10 times in one direction and the other, to get blood flowing to the pelvis. 3. Raising the legs in a sitting position, alternately holding on to a chair. This activates blood circulation, removes stagnation, prepares the body for movement. Most importantly, says George, I don't let the organs stand still. Where there is blood flowing, there is still life. But the main thing is not the body, but the mind. After the movement, he sits down, just sits, 5 minutes, silently, and says to himself, I am grateful. My body is with me. My heart is still beating. My mind is still clear. I have something to give. He says that the body responds to such words, that a strong man is not the one who does everything, but the one who does not betray himself in silence. After that, breakfast. No heavy dishes. George does not eat sausages, bacon, or pancakes. Instead, a large plate of 3 ingredients: a boiled egg, a piece of avocado, 2 tablespoons of oatmeal with pumpkin seeds and cinnamon. This gives zinc and magnesium for hormones, fatty acids for blood vessels, light protein for tissue repair, and a calm feeling of satiety without heaviness. If you feed your body properly in the morning, it will thank you in the evening. And it will give you the strength to be a man, not just a grandfather. George smiles. This morning is not difficult, but it is what keeps George in shape every day, helps his body stay flexible, his blood vessels clean, and most importantly, preserves what most people lose, the desire to live and give off warmth. And now, the most intimate. Not about the body, not about food, not even about exercise, but about what really nourishes male power in old age. About a relationship, about intimacy, about a woman with whom George has lived for more than 40 years. Her name is Lauren, and she is not a caretaker, but a partner. When I asked George, how do you still have the desire to be close? You are both old. He just smiled and said, the body ages, but the need to be needed never disappears. And if there is someone nearby for whom you are still not just a bedmate, but a husband, the body starts to work in a completely different way. Lauren is his wife. She is 92. She does not paint her lips, does not wear jewelry, but every night they go to bed together, not silently, not back to back. They touch, they talk. Sometimes they just hold hands. George told me one phrase that I can't get out of my head. Intimacy is not about sex. It's about someone touching you not with pity, but with desire. And the body remembers this touch and wakes up, even at 100 years old. How does it help maintain male power? It's very simple, says George. 1. Intimacy is the best gymnastics for blood vessels. When you feel interested in another person, the blood starts to move more actively. Hormones are turned on, testosterone, oxytocin, serotonin, and the body comes to life, without medication. 2. The psyche calms down. Men who do not have close relationships in old age often have problems with anxiety, depression, and insomnia. And George says, when you lie down next to her and know that you will not be devalued, your heart beats differently, softly, without fear. 3. The feeling of uselessness disappears. The biggest enemy of a man after 70 is not arthritis. This is the feeling that you are no longer important to anyone. And when you are needed, even in a simple gesture, strength appears. And it is real. And what about age, physiology, limitations? George laughs. Not everything has to be like it was at 30, but the desire to be together does not lose strength. It just becomes quieter, slower, warmer. Sometimes we just lie together, hugging each other. But I feel I am alive. I am a man. And this is what he says: does not let old age win. This is a reminder to every man watching or listening right now. Your power never goes away. It can fall asleep, it can curl up in the depths, but it comes back as soon as you remember that you are still needed, that you are still capable, that you are still there. The bottom line: male power after 70 is not a myth. It is the quiet truth about those who did not give up. George is no exception. He is not an athlete, not a millionaire, not a sex hero. He is an ordinary man who decided one day, I will not let the years take away the most important thing from me: a sense of dignity, interest, and closeness. What helped him stay active at 100? A morning ritual that starts the body without violence. Simple. Living food that supports hormones and blood vessels. A state of gratitude, not complaining. A warm connection with a woman who is not afraid to touch him. The desire to be alive, not just to survive, and most importantly, he repeats to himself every day, I am not old. I am experienced, and I can still do it, if I believe in myself first. This is not about heroism. This is about respect for your own body, desire, and life. And everyone who hears these words now can take the first step. Small, but important. Not tomorrow, not when motivation appears, but today, now. Because male power is not only about the body, it is about the choice to be alive. And interesting, and real. If such a conversation is close to you, subscribe to the channel. Here we talk honestly, without shame, without pressure, about the things that really matter after 60, 70, and even 90. About the body, intimacy, respect, and male dignity. Thank you for being with me. Take care of yourself, and don't let the years decide for you.